Too many men trade their freedom for a girlfriend and then wonder why the relationship feels like a prison. Alright guys, today we're going to get into why it is so important for you as a man to maintain your sense of independence regardless of your relationship status. I'm going to walk you through 7 different steps that will help you preserve who you are as a man regardless of the relationship. When a man is single, he often longs for that girl, and I don't blame you. We all do. And it's great to have a girlfriend. So the sad thing is though, is when a guy finally does get her, he does a lot of things because he thinks he should do them to keep her. He gets rid of a lot of things that made him the man that he was when he met her because he thinks that will help keep her long term. And let's be real. For some men, it takes a long time to find a girl that will like them back in the same way and then they can build something with. So when you finally get there, you're like, hell yeah, I'm going to do whatever it takes to make sure I don't go back to that place of being single and alone again. Right? So you're like, okay, well, yeah, I don't need to do that hobby, or I don't have to do this thing over here as long as, if she's not into it, I'm just going to agree to not do it. And we're also taught that, hey, a real man does whatever his woman wants him to do, right? But as we've seen in real time, in reality, that when you do this, you lose her respect. And so many times that relationship ends anyway. And guys are left wondering, well, what the hell happened? I did everything she asked me to do. I stopped doing the things that she told me that she didn't like. Why did she still leave me? Well, it's for that very reason, is that you're no longer the man that you were when she met you. So you can never let that man go. So let's get into the 7 ways to ensure that you don't lose yourself. Number 1 is maintain your independence, all right? You got to understand that you and her are separate beings, you're separate entities, and you do not have to do things together all of the time. Not everything needs to or should be done together. You've got to have the things that you love to do in life that you can just go off and do on your own. Okay? Maybe you're into cars. Maybe you're into video games or some sport or whatever. And a lot of times guys are like, well, I got to bring her along so she feels like I'm inviting her and feels included. No, you don't, man. You should and you must have times where you're like, hey, babe, I'm going to go do this thing and I'll see you. Or I can't tonight. I'm busy. I can't get together tonight because I got soccer tonight. Or I got a video game tournament going on tonight. Whatever it happens to be. Now, this doesn't mean that you can never bring her along to any of those things. No. But it means that you do need to maintain activities that you can do on your own. And feminine women who come from a good background will understand this and will encourage it. So this actually acts as a really beautiful filter for you. Okay? How is she going to react? Is she going to get butthurt about it? If she does, she's probably not the girl for you. A woman who respects men and masculinity will want this for you as well. Because, for her, she probably wants to have some time with her girls. Spend some time, go out for, a glass of wine or whatever it happens to be. So make sure that you maintain your independence. You don't have to do everything together. Number 2, own your passions. Do not stop doing the things that you love before you met her. You've got your own passions and interests, and no matter what they are, you have to own them, okay? It could be video games, it could be cooking, it could be cars. For me, it was action figures back in the day. I love 80s action figures. And a lot of people would ask me, hey, when a girl comes over, what are you going to do if they see those? And I'll be like, well, bring them in, bring it on, because I'd love for them to see it, see what their reaction is. This is a way for me to vet what their response is. If they're not into it, then that's okay. Lets me know that probably not going to be a good fit. But if they are into it, awesome. She's coming into my world. She supports it. Because this is something that brings me joy. Why should I give it up just to keep a girl around? That doesn't make any sense. She fell for me, and that is part of me. When you start to chip away at these things, you're no longer the man that you were at the beginning. All right, number 3 is schedule your solitude. You actually should put this into your daily calendar. I do. You schedule a block of time where it's just your own time. Now, you don't have to do it for every single day, but do it several times a week at least. And you should put it down because it's so easy for men to just push it off or give it away because they don't really think it's that important. For example, okay, me spending an hour playing video games or me spending an hour reading a book. You can kind of justify, I don't really need to do that because someone else is asking me for help. But if you put it in your schedule book, if you write it down and make it part of your daily routine, then it becomes something that's you're laying into it, you're setting it down, you're actually making a mark with it that you then will feel more obligated to withhold and do. All right, next we have preserve your peace first. If you're in a chaotic state of mind, if you're just completely bending over backwards and making your own lifestyle chaotic just to please her, well, guess what? You're going to lose the leadership for her, and you're not going to be able to, first of all, lead her or lead yourself, okay? If you can't lead yourself and keep yourself in a calm, peaceful state of mind, when she has anxiety, when she has worries, how are you supposed to calm her down when you yourself are completely out of whack? Now, this doesn't mean to say that you'll never feel stressed or that you'll never be busy or that you'll never have chaotic days or weeks or maybe even months. But you need to make sure that you're prioritizing what you need to do to get yourself back in center so you can be a strong, decisive leader for the both of you. Guard your rituals. The cigar Friday night, the gym session, going for a drive, the things that you do to bring yourself back to center. Do not let these things go. You want to protect these things at all costs. When you start to give these things up, this is when the resentment and the anger and the frustration starts to build up. When you no longer do the things that bring you joy and calm, this is where we see problems start to happen. Number 6 is never abandon your brothers. The masculine bond that you share with other men keeps you sharp. Okay, you need to be able to go to men, not just your girl, to talk about things. In fact, a lot of things you're going to want to actually talk with other men about, because you don't want to be putting on all these burdens to your girl, first of all, and because that essentially makes her your mommy. It puts her above you. You're supposed to be the leader for the two of you. Now, this doesn't mean that you can't share anything that's going on with you, or, hey, I had a crummy day, or, hey, I'm stressed out about this thing. Sure, you can drop, because you're human, you can drop some of those things in there. But for some of the deeper things that you want to get a bigger consideration on, I advise for you to make sure you have male friends that you can go to and get their opinions on, guys that you respect. A lot of the times, I mean, I'm sure you know, guys, maybe you've even been that guy yourself. As soon as you meet a girl, you disappear. You know, you're just with her all the time and you forget your guy friends. They don't hear from you anymore. You don't message them, you don't call them. But then when the breakup happens, he comes crawling back looking for some sympathy, looking for a shoulder to cry on, looking for a distraction to keep his mind off of the pain of the breakup, right? You guys know men like that. Don't be that guy. You want to, when you're in a relationship, make sure you're consistently seeing your guy friends so you have that masculine energy to bounce off of. Number 7, attraction needs space. Attraction really dies when you suffocate it. If you're around your girl all of the time and you're not being independent, not doing your own things, well, she'll take you for granted. The attraction starts to fade away. It becomes boring. This is how men plateau. I had a guy who I coached. He said his sex life was dying. I asked him, well, are you with your girl every day? Does she know everything that you're doing? He said, yeah, I always let her know where I'll be, my schedule. And I said, don't do that anymore. You need to let her miss you. You're way too much in her face, in her business. There's no time to breathe and for her to wonder about what you're doing and miss you. Okay? So this independence is so important, again, for this reason, to preserve the longevity of your relationship. You have to let your girl wonder about you. She has to miss you. She needs time to wonder and miss you. Men who give up their independence and who erase themselves, they erase the man that they were before they met the girl. They always end up needing some way to alleviate that pressure, because tension builds, frustration builds. You know, when you are always sacrificing what you really want to do for someone else, that's something that you build resentments. And here's the thing, men, we're made to sacrifice, okay? We're kind of built that way. It's in our DNA for us to jump in front of a bullet, jump in front of danger to protect women and children. That's just something that we naturally tend to do, right? And the people around us may appreciate it, women do appreciate it, but they don't feel it as strongly as we may do. They don't feel it as strongly as the act that we think it is, okay? Because we really feel that pain of sacrificing, and we associate that, hey, if I'm sacrificing this for her, that means I really love her. But the reality is that they don't feel as intensely as you do. And the more you sacrifice of yourself, the more resentment builds, because you're no longer living life for yourself, and you do need to be doing that. And when you give up so much of yourself, you end up becoming something that's a completely different man than when you originally met her. And so you're even though you think you're building something up more stronger with her by sacrificing, you're actually slowly destroying it over time, because you're no longer that man. And plus, you're getting resentful towards her, which is going to cause friction in the relationship. So it's so important for you to maintain that sense of independence forever. You always have to have things that you can do on your own that's separate from her, and be able to say, no, I don't want to do certain things, or hey, I'm going to go do this thing. I will see you later tonight. Things that you can do completely on your own and feel free to come and go. If you're with a woman who doesn't understand this or doesn't allow this, you need to reconsider whether you're with the right woman or not. Okay? Because ultimately what happens is men who erase themselves, men who destroy their sense of independence, will always need some sort of a release valve. Okay, something to alleviate that tension, that resentment. That usually comes in drinking, cheating, or some other kinds of vices, right? And the answer is not more escapes. The answer is reclaiming your independence before it's gone entirely. All right. So if this message hit you, if you're feeling this, if you're stuck in that same spot, then, and you want to get my help, want to get my guidance, then click the link down below and book a one-on-one consult call with me. It's a free call. It's an opportunity for you and I to talk. I hear a little bit more about where you're stuck, what's been holding you back. And if it seems like it would be a good fit for us to work together in a coaching program, then I'll walk you through how my program works. All right. Click the link down below and you can book a call with me that works best for you. All right, guys, that does it for this video. I will see you in the next one.